Hey everybody, we are here in the Fit Rockstar Show, and today's guest, I'm excited to have her here. She is the Miss Bikini Olympia champion of 2022, Miss Maureen Blanquisco.
Hi guys, thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you for coming. Are you flying in from Hawaii? Because I know you're just in Hawaii.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh.
I come from LA.
Oh my God, I love Hawaii. Did you have fun out there?
I love Hawaii.
Yeah, that was a nice little treat after your big win.
Oh, 100%. We went straight to Hawaii.
So has it hit you yet that you are Miss Bikini Olympia?
No,
No.
I don't think it will though, because I think it's a good thing because I feel like I stayed hungry. You know, it made me stay hungry. I don't feel like I chilled. It's the same hustle, so I think it's a good thing.
Did you train while you were in Hawaii, or did you just kick back and chill? And
I had to stop training, and I had to just don't think about anything than fitness, than just living life for at least 4 days.
Oh, that sounds very nice.
Because I had to jump straight to the Arnold prep, so I was like, you know what, it's okay.
Well, this is going to be a really great Arnold, and we'll get into that. But I want to know about you. So how does someone like yourself, you are the first Filipina, correct? Miss Olympia champion.
Hey.
And you lived in Norway as well.
Yes.
Wow. Do you speak Norwegian? I'm assuming yes.
Yes.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak Tagalog, English, and Norwegian.
Oh, wow. Okay. You got to tell me, how did you get into fitness?
I got into fitness. It's a very interesting story, actually. I used to compete in a swimming team back in the Philippines for the school. So I did really, really good. I went straight to regional and, almost international, but I had to move to Norway. So I moved to Norway when I was 12. And I've always been active. I need to do something. I need to perform. It's like I get itchy by not performing.
Yeah.
So I had to perform, right? So I found this sports, cheerleading. So I went to gymnastics, and I did that for 4 years straight. It went pretty good, but I realized I don't work good as a team because I'm very competitive. So if we fall off, I actually blame them. I'm like, this is not on me. This is on you. We suck. We lost because of you.
Sure.
I want to win. So I need to find a sports that it's all in my hand. And that time I was around 18. I wanted to look good too at the same time. So I was looking for sports. I was just surfing the net, trying to figure out what I can do, looking good and also, competitive or anything that can make me feel better as a lone athlete. And I was like, but I wanted to do, I want to go to beauty pageant too. But then I was too small. I was too short for beauty pageant. And then I found this video in YouTube, Mr. Olympia. And I remember it was India Paulino.
Oh, wow. Right.
So she was my number one idol. I was watching her, and I keep watching this video. I was like, whoa, I want to be there. It's like pageant in your own size and also looking really good, go to gym and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go and compete in Olympia. But I didn't know I have to, qualify to be a pro, go to pro qualifiers, shows, and then go to Olympia. I didn't know all of that. So I just went to the gym and, asked people hey, I want to compete in Olympia. I remember this first gym in this small city. I live in a very small city in Norway. This owner, he told me, okay, undress, let's see what you got. And I was like, okay, just undress. and he was like, I don't think you're going to make it because bikini, we call it bikini fitness back then. Bikini fitness is so saturated. It's too mainstream. And for the look that you have right now, I don't think you're going to make it. And I'm like, okay. It didn't make me feel discouraged at all by many means. I just went straight to the other gym the same day.
Right.
And I just asked them, hey, I want to compete in Olympia. They were laughing, but I didn't know why they're laughing, right? So I'm like, and then, they were really nice enough to just take me in. And I'm like, okay.
So the other guy didn't see any potential of you, didn't think that you even had a chance.
Not at all.
And then you're like, I'm not having this. So you went to another gym.
Yes, like the same day,
Right.
the same hour, actually. I was like, it's okay. I was laughing. I'm like, okay, I go to another gym. And then I was like, can I compete for Olympia? And they were like quiet. And I didn't understand why they're quiet. And yeah, 4 months later, I won my first overall.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
4 months later.
4 months later.
So how did it happen? Did they say, okay, we're going to give you a shot. We're going to set you up.
Yes, they just,
They coached you,
they
obviously, for
cut
this.
my food like straight up.
So what was that like for you when they cut the food and doing
It
the
was
whole-
horrible because I'm a foodie too, but I don't know.
You're a foodie? Where is it?
I'm such a foodie. You have no idea. But the thing is, like, when I set my, my mindset to something, I've always been disciplined. I grew up in the Philippines. So I feel like if I wanted this, I just go for it. Like, it was hard, like, physically, but mentally it was like, I'm going to win the show. I'm going to go to Olympia. So
Nobody tells you no, right?
Huh?
Nobody tells you no or that you can't do something. Correct?
No, I mean, they did, but
You proved
it's
them
just
wrong.
impossible.
Yes.
In my head, it's like, if I set myself there, You can say no, but that's your opinion.
When did you get your pro card?
2016 San Marino Pro.
What was that feeling like when you got that pro win?
Honestly, I wasn't even going for the pro card because I didn't know what pro card is before. So my coach told me, let's go for international show. Let's just see. Because that's going to be my second international show. So I was like, okay, we go to San Marino. But I didn't know you can actually get the actual pro card there.
That's a great show to do, too.
So it was really strong, especially back in the days. It's like, I think seven, what's it called? By height, right? It's by height. So I was the shortest, of course. And it's only one pro card.
So you had to do an overall?
Yes.
Wow.
I got to do my, my height and the whole overall.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what was that feeling like for you? Was this like, oh my God, I can't believe I just now won my pro card. Now I can compete.
I wasn't shocked though. I was just like, yes, finally. Like,
Well, see, now you're one step closer to the Olympia.
huh?
Now you're one step closer to the Olympia, to your dream.
Yes, it's just so many people. I remember so many people who told me, like, you should have just stayed amateur and just, and what's it called, conquer the whole amateur show. And I'm like, no, because they told me if you go to pro, it's going to be harder for you because, it's so much, even like pros, it's harder to compete in a pro league and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, but I'm good too. You know what I mean?
Right,
This is
of
how
course.
I was thinking. Yeah,
Of
but
course.
but I wasn't really saying it. I was just saying it in my head. I'm just like, yeah, okay. I'm just
You
not
knew what
following
you're
anyway.
capable of doing,
Yes.
right? Now, have you confronted these same people that doubted you now that you're Miss Bikini Olympia?
Actually, no, I haven't. I don't think it's necessary though. They see me.
Sure.
I think
Everybody
that's, I
sees
think
you,
that's
yeah.
enough.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
just blows my mind how there's so many people that doubt, what someone
I
can
mean,
do.
I think it's human nature. I think it's normal because I think they wanted to do that, but they didn't make it. And they think it's going to happen to us. That's why, for me, it's like I always tell the other girls, like, don't let anybody tells you what you can't do because honestly, it won't benefit you nothing because you probably can win Miss Olympia, And that's how I think before. I was like, I'm probably going to win Miss Olympia. So, I mean, if I follow them, I would never know, right? So
Of
just
course.
do. I mean, shoot for the moon. You probably shoot for the star. You're probably gonna end up in the moon, right? So at least you're still gonna get something. But if you don't shoot for nothing, you're just gonna be stuck there. So that's how I
Absolutely.
think.
What does your family think of you in your current position with being Miss Bikini Olympia?
They're very supportive though, like super supportive. Like they never really like question what I'm doing because it's probably very weird for them, right? I'm coming from Asian background, so for them, study, school, it has to be like on point. But before I did my fitness, right, I promised to my family, at least to my mom, that I would graduate dermatology. So I graduated
wow.
dermatology. Just for them, because my family is coming from either engineer side or medical side. It's a thing. It's an
Wow,
Asian thing,
right,
So
yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I don't want to disappoint you guys. And I always gonna have something to fall back into. So I don't want to just do the fitness thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna graduate first and then I do what I want. So after I graduated, I just, you know what? I'm going to fitness.
So wait a minute. You're a dermatologist?
Yes. But I didn't really like it though.
Really?
I just graduated that. I mean, that before I really liked the skin stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just do that. And then after that, I end up working as a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So from dermatologist to kindergarten teacher.
Yes, that's what I did. That's what I worked with before fitness, until fitness, the beginning of the fitness. And then I was like, I have enough savings to actually do it full time and just, you know what, I can do this.
Right.
No plan B. I don't never had like plan B, just straight there.
That's smart. Yeah.
So I went straight to doing fitness and, I did really good. I thought I was just like, whoa, this could be like a real thing for me, not just a hobby. And I started getting sponsored and here I am.
Mm-hmm. Where do you see yourself going now that you're Miss Bikini Olympia? What is your goal plan? And obviously with the Miss International coming up, which is huge, another thing underneath your belt when you win it. What is your plan now being Miss Bikini Olympia? Obviously, I'm sure you want to inspire others, but I know you have a real big purpose. You said it during our interview, so I wanted to go on that again.
I wanna work on my platform. That's for sure. The thing is, if I grow, the IBB will also grow. So everybody just grow, right? And I want to do a lot of few seminars in Europe, especially in Scandinavia, because fitness there is still it's still growing. Imagine it's just me. I'm the third bikini pro in Norway.
Wow.
And two of them are retired, I think. They're not active at all. I'm the only active one. So I think it's just gonna be, it's exciting for me to see like people from Scandinavia and also in the Philippines to see more girls at the pro league. I think it's more exciting because there's no groupings, it's not like by groups, but it still feel like a tribe, if you know what I mean.
Why do you think it's not as, is it because there's no popularity over there, or it's just not enough
Honestly,
shows?
In Norway, this is interesting because in Norway, it's very taboo, actually. You have to go through a needle to get substance, anything that you can think of. It's hard. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was prepping for my first pro show, Alicante Pro, the police went in my house when I wasn't there.
Wow.
Yeah, just because, it's so taboo. If they see you buff or like shredded,
right. Yeah.
they will like think something
Sure.
and just
Sure.
go there. So it's like, I think it's just so taboo that people think it's like, it's just not so much commercial, or it's not just so much, they're not like fully aware of what fitness is,
Sure.
like competing. Mm-hmm. But they don't understand that it's a very interesting journey. Like I learned so much about myself in this journey, and I wish they could go through that journey too.
Well, tell me, what is one of the things you learned about yourself during your journey?
I learned that I'm indecisive, very indecisive. And I've also learned that, like, not everybody will like you.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else. Every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
And I'm okay with that.
Why do you say it like that? Like, is there people, not that I'm trying to throw anybody under the bus, no names, but why do you think there's people who don't like you?
I mean, I remember, I honestly didn't know that there's a lot of people, not a lot, maybe there's like few comments, and when I win the Olympia.
Sure.
Honestly, I didn't even know about this until my followers told me, like, are you okay? Are you feeling good? Don't worry about the thing. Don't worry about what they
Right,
say. And I
yeah.
was like, what are they saying?
Right.
I honestly don't know what they're saying because I didn't had time to, like,
Sure.
to troll around, you know,
Right.
like.
But I mean, really, does a champion really need to do that anyway? No.
Not at all, because
It
at the
doesn't
end of
matter.
the day,
Right.
I'm Miss Olympia.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they think.
No.
But now you have me and our viewers curious now. What were these people saying? There's always going to be one person.
I remember Fran and I, we saw some of the comments. We actually laugh at these comments.
Right,
Honestly,
of
it's like
course.
very interesting, entertaining to us. One of the comments, it says like, I wonder how much did you pay in iBaby Pro? Girl, I wish I had the type of money because
right.
I worked really hard for
Right,
this,
yeah.
you know? But it's
How
people
much
would
you
say-
paid.
I wish I had that kind of money though.
Right. These people probably never competed in one day in their lives.
Yeah, but I totally understand them because they have their favorites.
Sure.
You know, I totally understand that they're heartbroken, you know, deserve this, deserve that. And some of them also, I can tell that they're just trying to make me feel bad. But they don't understand that I came from the Philippines. Nothing is more like, you know, I breathe that.
Right.
They don't understand that nothing really can shake me because that's like,
Well, let's
You
teach
know.
let's teach our fans out here. Tell us about the Philippine culture. That way they can
Philippine
understand.
culture. It's like tough love.
Right.
It's very tough love. You cannot be sensitive there. Just your skin, but not you.
No. Do you find a lot of athletes are sensitive in our sport nowadays?
Very.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, not just in the sports. I think this millennials
Yes.
itself is super sensitive. Just imagine the people like coming from the like world country, like third
Sure.
world. It's like you don't understand. People are not eating. This is how I think. Like
Right.
there's a lot of people who's not eating. So man up. You know.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
They're-
you're very fortunate to actually be breathing in the fresh air.
right.
you know?
Whereas other people have it worse, and yet
Exactly.
they have a smile on their face.
Exactly.
You know?
Actually, they seem more happier.
Right.
To think
they
about
do.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Philippines, it's like there's always flood in the Philippines. When I was there, there's always flood. You know what we do? We swim in the flood. Like we see the
Yes.
beauty in everything,
Right.
you know. So, for those people who's like trying to put me down or sorry, it just doesn't. It just doesn't
happen.
get into me.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm sorry.
Yeah, they could just keep on having their butt hurt.
I mean, it's good for me too, though. It's like bad publicity or good publicity is still publicity, right?
Right. If they're not talking about you, you're not doing something right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, but you know it happens.
Oh no!
So wait,
I
wait
didn't
till
had to actually.
Wait till you win the Miss International. How that's going to go?
I didn't have to deal with it because I have a lot of girls, a lot of like good people who actually supports me and
course.
become my own lawyer.
Oh yeah. Of
So I'm
course.
so
Yes,
fortunate.
yes.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, they'll always keep you in, keep you in line
Yeah.
what's going on. So, are you going to be doing more seminars? Things I know you say you have a love for that.
Yes, I would. We're trying to do more. We're trying to do in Spain,
Mm-hmm.
in Norway probably. We're still like kind of looking for places. Like I have to set everything for this year right in perfect timing, because I have to go to Europe too because I have to fix some paper stuff.
Sure.
So we gotta just do the seminars there.
How was your experience with the women's seminar?
Oh, that's my first seminar ever. I love it. That's great.
It's a very good turnout.
It's like it's very what's it called? It's giving me this woman empowering feeling.
Yes.
I love it.
And that's something else you want to do too with the sport is empowering the women.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a very positive influence. When you're going through every set and every rep, what is going through your mind? The Olympia title or just, what? I'm curious.
The title, I was surprised when I won because I want to win, and also I wasn't just focusing on that. For me, I need to come into a show amazing. I want to come into a show how I want it to come in. So I'm more focused on how I would look. So
Sure.
regardless on placing, I'm happy. I won't be like, oh my god, damn, because it's so like it's all up to the judges. It's not really up to me. So every rep, every time I push, the thing that I think about is like, look, if you don't push harder, you're gonna stand in the backstage thinking, damn, I should have pushed harder. And that's what my biggest fear, actually. That damn, I should have done more cardio. That's my biggest fear. And
How
I
do you
don't
know
want
when
that.
you've completely done everything that you were told to do or you wanted to do? I mean, did you just know when you were at the Olympia, okay, I did everything I needed, crossed my T's, dot my I's, or did you still think, I could have probably did this more?
I never had a show where I think like I should have did more, because honestly, once I start my prep, I can set my head to like, that's it. I'm prepping now. So I was never really like, fooling around here and there.
Sure.
When I'm like set, okay, prep time. That's just how I work, because if I'm going to do this, I don't want to do this half-ass. It's like, it's a waste of time. Waste of my time, waste of the judge's time. You
Sure.
know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Now, when you're doing your prep and everything, I know social media presence is big. Is that a lot on you when you're training and having to do the social media videos and all this stuff, or is it a piece of cake?
At the beginning, it was because I was not used in social media at all. I just know, post and story. That's all I
Right.
did. But eventually, I started doing photo shoots with the photographers. So I was like, oh my God, I love it. I love them in the camera. So I was like, I want to share my journey, especially when I started getting messages from girls, from women, and even men, especially in the Philippines. They're all like, oh my God, like, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you can look like this. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I came from a small city, like, with nothing, and I'm actually inspiring people. That's pretty awesome. That's awesome.
Of course, yeah.
So when I get those messages, which is every day, actually, it's incredible. It's until now, it still shocks me. It makes me like even post more.
Sure.
So I think that's one of my like fuel to post more.
Out of all the messages you've gotten, which I'm sure is a lot, which one of those has really touched your heart?
Oh, and they say like, I was not going to gym today. After seeing your photo, I will go to gym right now. Like, that really touched me. I'm like, wow, like, me can make you go to the gym? Like, my sister doesn't even go to gym. Like, she doesn't even want to go to gym. Like, for me, it's like, that's amazing,
So let's go back. You have a sister. So how many other
Yes.
siblings do you have?
So I have one big sister, little sister, and one little brother.
And you're the only person who trains?
No, my big sister is a gymnastics.
Oh, wow.
Her husband is also as a coach. He's a coach for the Team Norway in gymnastics. So they're like a gymnastic people. And my brother is an engineer. He's just working not just a typical engineer. He works in a platform in an oil rig.
Oh, wow. So he's out like in the
He's
ocean?
out there.
Wow.
Yes, I'm very proud of him.
Talk about living on an adventure. That's
I'm very proud of him because my story was incredible because my big sister and my little brother, after my grandmother passed in the Philippines, I was probably 13 then. No, I was probably 12, 13. We were left alone.
Oh, wow.
So my sister was 14, I was 13, and my little brother was 12 years younger than me. So we're like just the three of us. And we were just budgeting our money like by ourselves. And I remember when I moved to Norway, I had to take my little brother as my custody because my sister just got a baby. So she cannot do both, right? So I have my brother as my custody under me. I remember I was like locking him in the door because he needs to study. I want you to study. You're not coming out there if you're not studying. Like, I lock him so many times, but I got to do what I got to do,
Right.
But here, look at him. He's an engineer now.
Wow. So how old were you when you took over with your brother?
Oh my God, damn. We have him in the Philippines. So when we moved to Norway, I just got him when I was probably like 19.
So at 19 years old,
Yeah,
you're taking
18,
care of
19,
your
yeah.
brother.
I'm so used to it. I feel like,
Wow.
yeah, that's why also I work in a kindergarten teacher. I think it's just me,
You're
like,
very good with people.
Yeah.
You just have a way.
I like to take care of people.
Yes.
It's a nurturing thing for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You can ask Francisco.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So let's ask this, okay? Who is your biggest fan, biggest support person right now?
Oh, that'll be Francisco.
And you called him the Super Spanish?
The Spanish Francis Floriano.
the
No,
Spanish-
he's my number one fan.
Tell us about this Francisco. He sounds very fascinating.
He's amazing. He also have a very interesting story. He came here in the U.S. 23 years old, I think with $40 and no English. Doesn't speak English at all.
$43 and doesn't speak English.
Not at all.
Okay.
He stayed here. He's really willing to stay here. 23 years. No, from 23 now he's 36. From those years, right now he owns his own company.
Oh, congratulations. Wow.
Yeah. He has a very interesting story too.
Oh, I'd love to hear some of his story and everything like that. But you both obviously are independent go-getters and very driven.
Yes.
But when you talk about Francisco, you brighten up. See, there it is. Look at this. She just gets all blushy, and he's really something
thank you,
special.
Mr. Olympia,
Yeah.
for hooking us up because I met him at Mr. Olympia
This year?
2019.
Okay, well,
And
come
my
on.
first
Give us the skinny on how you guys met.
at the meet and greet.
Okay, so you were there, and then he just approached you, and
Actually, that's a very interesting story too. It felt like meant to be, right? Because his best friend then, it was Stanimal. Stan.
Oh, Stanimal, yeah, of course.
So they were
Yeah,
best
yeah.
friends.
Oh, wow.
And I was sitting with Stan in both tables. So he just came over and he was like, hey.
Hey.
Hey, I'm Francisco. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like for me,
Right, 'cause you're
I don't
getting
feel
ready. Yeah,
nothing. Like
yeah.
I just want to go home and sleep and get ready for the show. I'm like, I'm Maureen. And then we exchanged Instagram. That's like maybe approximate 3 minutes. And that's it. So he's been messaging me, and I was like ignoring his message because when you see like this picture in Instagram, just like abs, I see it like as an object, you know. I see it
Right,
like just
yeah.
all the same to
Right,
me, you know.
they're all the
So
same,
I'm
right.
like, and then I accidentally like click it. I'm like,
Accidentally?
damn.
Wait a minute. Or are you just curious? I want to see more. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
and
probably said something.
I was like, damn. Now it shows like sin.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like, oh, it's the guy. Because he was actually
Right.
really nice in the meet and greet. So I was like, oh, it's, okay. I started writing to him because he's really, really nice. And then we talk. He told me, I want to take you on a date right after you win the Olympia.
What?
And I was
Wow.
like, okay. But my sponsor then, they like surprised me with a, party after the show.
Mm-hmm.
So he was waiting for me in the gala.
Oh, my God.
He was looking for the ticket just to get in the gala.
Just to see you.
And he was there with his friend, and his friend was like, 1 hour after, he was like, I don't think she's coming, bro. And then my friend's like, no, he's coming. She's coming. And I'm like, and I texted him the next day. I was like, I'm so sorry, I was carb shock. So then he was like, but he had to go back to LA because we have cats.
Yeah.
So the cat is alone there, like for, if it worked out, the cat will
Sure.
be alone for even, more days.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So he went back home and he went back straight to me the day after.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and it actually worked out. So we spent 3 days together and I missed my flight to Norway. We actually tried. We really tried to make it, okay? I missed it and he was like, you know what? Why don't we drive to California? You've never been to California.
Huh.
Let's just drive to California and you can fly from there to
It's
Norway.
easier, I would think, yeah.
I'm like, okay. And so we went there 6 months after. We never talk about me going back again.
Oh, wow.
So I've been here since then.
What an incredible story.
Yeah, we just never talk about like nothing.
So
it
you
just
didn't,
clicks.
you didn't feel like even going back to Norway because
I
this
had
guy...
a house there.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to
This
give
guy's
up
a pretty
everything.
big deal.
We didn't see it that way because it felt like it was right.
Did you feel like it was like you were just meant to be together?
It felt like I knew him in the other world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it just, there's no awkwardness, or we don't have to, we can be sitting down in the same room, not talk for an hour, and it's okay.
Isn't that amazing?
It's
how that
amazing.
works?
We're just chilling there, you know.
So what do you think of couples who are out and one's on the phone, the other one's on the phone? They're actually maybe texting
We
each other.
hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, we work in the phone
Sure.
right now.
Sure.
So even sometimes I'm like, hey, you gotta stop it.
Right.
This is not cool, you know. But we understand it, you know. So, but I think we shouldn't stay in the phone. It's a waste of time, really.
I like hearing that because it's true. And, that's...
And the time goes so fast, girl.
It does. Yes.
Especially on the phone.
It does. Absolutely.
And next thing, you're not connected anymore.
Right. So tell me when you won the Miss Bikini Olympia, let me get that correct there before I get in trouble. What was Francisco's reaction to you? Like
He
after?
wasn't surprised.
Of course he wasn't surprised.
He's been telling me this since 2019. He saw my potential when I was prepping. It's just I always got flat in the show day, except this one. So he was like, damn it, like he knew. he knew that I could actually win it because he sees me every day. He sees
Sure.
my fullest potential. It just we never really nailed the last, for
Now, who
sure.
does your prep? You do your own prep, or you have people underneath you? If you're allowed to say.
Yeah, I was working with the Panayins from the Arnolds last year, and I moved to Francisco's coach.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's crazy because he has no ladies. Like, he's not coaching any ladies. Like, I ask him, I approach him. For me, the symmetry, I can work on that. It's no problem. But condition is more difficult. It's more complicated. So I was looking at Fran when he did his show like last year and the other year. I was like, whoa, you changed so much. Like, the condition is way different. I was like, and then I was like, start searching for Espin's, athletes. And I saw all of them are conditioned. Nobody, even the ones that is like not doing the job 100%, they're still conditioned. So I'm like, I contacted Espin. I was like, hey, maybe you want to coach me?
Sure.
So he coached me from the Boston Pro.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he coached me for 8 months until Olympia. And I've never looked like, round. I know I could look like this. It's just, I don't know how exactly. But he did everything manually. Like, he check up on me every 4 days. Like, we're on it.
Yeah, sure. Right on you all the
So-
time. That's good.
And super basic too. I like it basic. Super like, eat clean, do cardio, less cardio. It's just very
See, now you
basic.
bring up something very interesting. You say you like it super basic. Now,
Yes.
shouldn't it be basic anyway, right? Simple and basic?
Yes, like, those workouts, the weird workouts, that is fancy workouts.
Wait a minute, what's a weird workout for you? What do you
I don't
mean
know,
by
like
that?
fancy, like kickbacks in the leg press. It's like, it's just
Yeah,
not
that's-
made that way,
yeah, right,
Like, I want to go, I like to train basic, kickback, squats, deadlift,
yeah. I agree with that.
Exactly.
100%. I think that people are finding too many easy shortcuts and things to, shorten the workouts or whatever. You don't need that. Just go
No,
with the.
just
Obviously,
work.
you prove
Just work.
that just work.
Yeah.
Right. That's an excellent mindset to have. So Francisco, he competes.
Yes, he did.
See, I'm trying to piece it together. So what does he compete in? What division?
This is very unfortunate though. Like, it's really sad to see him like this because all of his friends are pros. We all are just waiting for him
Oh,
to
so he's
turn
an
pro.
amateur. Okay.
Because his body, his lines is perfect for classic,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's way too big for classic.
Oh wow. Okay.
But if he competes like this in classic pro, he will be perfect. But in amateur, he needs to, I think, lose like 10 pounds or something.
Oh, wow.
Which is
Okay.
really impossible.
Okay.
So we had to go to, heavyweight.
So he's a heavyweight. Wow.
Yeah.
Still.
So he can do it. It's just he's in the line. They always go for like really bulky
Sure,
look. But
right.
Fran has this aesthetic look. Looks like more like in the 80s.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean? He
The
has
pretty
these
look.
lines,
Yeah,
the
he's got
small
pretty-
waist, big back.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to like.
Well, hopefully
trying to
this
get-
time will come.
I hope so too.
He's got
I
the
feel
champ
really
behind him,
really bad for him. Like that,
Aw, He'll get it. I'm sure he's going to be competing this year. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. Probably at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe with me like to Olympia.
Well, I'm sure he's very supportive of. Now, does he cook all your meals?
I cook his meals.
You cook his meals. So
everything,
you cook everything.
for 3 years, 3.5 years.
Oh, I love it. So moving into the Arnold, it's a great lineup. We got great competition there. What are you going to be changing from your Olympia look to the Arnold, or are you just going to smooth sail in?
It's gonna be almost the same, just a little tighter. But it's funny because when I mention tighter, people say no, don't change anything because they love the way you look. When I say tighter, that doesn't mean I'm gonna look harder, because my genetic, you can put me in low carb and or carb me up, I will not get separation, like so much deeper separation. That's just my genetic. I think it's because my thick skin, I just look toned. So I can go really low carb and just get tied in, but still not get the super separation, which is it's great for bikini. So we wanted to
Absolutely.
we needed more time. That's the thing. Like for my body, we cannot just force it like that. It has to be really slow. And for the Olympia, I think if I had another chance to do another peak week for the last Olympia, I will look like perfect. Yeah.
So let me ask you with the Arnold prep here. I know you say tighter and everything. I mean, it's not much of the diet change then, right? Is it the training?
No,
or-
Just time.
Just
It
time.
needs more time. Yeah.
What's your typical day like routine for you when you get up in the morning till at night? Because to me, you're perfect, and it's like, well, you probably don't. You don't
I
need
have
much.
a lot. I do a lot of things.
Well, see, that's what I want to know. 'Cause you
Like I'm
just-
like a mom and a partner at the same time, like no. So I wake up early, I do my cardio. We do our cardio. We actually bike in Venice.
Oh wow, that's a good
every day
cardio.
we
Sure.
do that, and we go there, we drink coffee, we come back, and then I feed the babies. I have 5 fur babies. I have 4 cats and 1 dog.
How cute! Aw.
So and then I feed everybody, Francisco too, myself too.
Everybody's gonna eat. Yeah, that's cute.
And then we work for maybe like about 1 or 2 hours.
Sure.
Just constant work, go to gym, and then go back, clean the house. Having a fur baby is not a joke.
Right. Especially the
No
cats
joke.
and stuff. Yeah.
And after that, I gotta prep all our meals too for the rest of the
wow.
day. And then maybe I'll do content. I do content maybe like 3 times a week. And then I have to do my other cardio if I'm on prep.
Sure.
And then I'm in bed by 12.
12 night. Yes. And what time do you get up?
I get up around 7.
Wow, that's
I know
a
I should
long
sleep more.
day.
I know I should sleep more, but
How do you keep the beauty? That's just amazing. That's great
wow,
genetics.
thank you. I feel like I don't know.
Well, I told you look like you're 22 years old.
Wow,
so,
thank you.
And I know
Thank
you're
you.
25, but but anyway, let me ask you something with bikini. I'm curious. Do you find that some of the girls now are getting too hard, meaning like too much muscle shreds?
Yeah.
Conditioning is too much.
I think yes. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, it's not. I'm actually really happy they went for my look
Oh, your look is what bikini should be.
because I don't want to look like that all year round.
Right.
I want to look fresh. I want
Right.
to look like a bikini.
Sure.
So not to bash on everybody's whoever
No.
is like
Everybody's
hard,
different. Yeah.
But the hard look is just not attainable. It's just not healthy.
It's not healthy.
It's
right.
even though they say no, it's healthy. It's really not healthy,
Yeah.
especially for us women who's carrying estrogen level.
Right.
It's really not healthy. We're not made to be that lean. We're made to carry babies, so that's why we're not meant to to be that lean. So for
Right.
me, I'm just glad that the judges went for my look because it's humanly impossible for me to be that shredded
Right. No,
unless
that's
I
just
use
true.
like some substance, which
Right.
is I cannot.
Right.
It's just I cannot. Like Fran will hang me,
So this is an interesting topic. So again, it proves that you can do anything you put your mind to with hard work, good eating, good training, and a very positive mindset, obviously. And
Which
I
is
applaud
hard.
you for that. I know it's hard.
It's hard.
But you do it. I don't know how you do it, but you do it. It's like when you're challenged so much, to our viewers out there, what advice would you give them when they're going through a time when it's like, they're so close to their show, but the mental part comes in. It's like they think to themselves, I can't do this, I'm not good enough. So what advice would you give them?
Short term, like the fast,
Sure,
like if
sure.
when you're having this like bad day, I really recommend you going with your friends. Be surrounded by your loved ones who actually makes you happy, and also go out. Don't just sit there because you're gonna like start munching.
Start munching.
Yeah, you're gonna start like binging. For
like
sure.
Pac-Man, yeah.
So it's that, and also every time that thing pops in your head, you always have to remember, what is your goal? Do you want to do this long term? Do you want to do this just for fun? Because if for fun, you can do half-ass, But if you're doing it long term, if you want to do really good, you have to think, this day is gonna go over. Tomorrow, you're not gonna feel. In a few hours, you'll be fine. It's just this moment, especially for us women, we're like kind of with your hormones is like
yes.
this. Your head will trick you.
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
Where your head will always tell you like the most negative thing, because that's what your head do, because your head don't just stops thinking. It's made to think. So every time you feel like that or think like that, you always have to think, okay, what's my goal? Okay, I'm gonna go here. I have to compete here. If you're really close to your show, you have to think like, do you want to lose? Because if you don't feel good right now, you always think like after your show, looking back to your photos, you're like, oh wow, I'm actually in shape.
Yeah.
You
Right,
probably
right,
happened to you.
absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
it happened to me too.
Yeah.
When you feel like, oh my God, I'm not in shape at all. And then after a few weeks, oh wow, I was so shredded.
Right, right. Well, yeah, it does play the mental game.
Yes,
you're
so
right.
it's just all in your head, honestly.
What's
Always
your-
remember.
So your favorite part of cardio is biking? That's what you like to do for
Yeah,
cardio?
now I'm biking a lot. Yeah. I just enjoy it.
It's good. You get the fresh air and all that good
Yes.
stuff. Going into the Olympia, or the Olympia, that's coming. That's later. The Arnold, I know you're not worried about anybody there, but I do have to ask you if there's anyone you feel that could be knocking on your door for that title.
The thing is, I want don't get me wrong. I want to win the Arnolds, right? I want to get the title too because I placed second in my first Arnold last year, which is amazing for me. But whatever, like, there's a lot of people like who's really worried for me, who seems to be very concerned, saying,
Why are
like,
they worried for you?
They always say like, "Oh, don't be pressured. I know you won the Miss Olympia now. There's gonna be more pressure for you for this coming Arnold's." And I was like thinking, in fact, after winning the Olympia, I have no more pressure, because that was
I was
my
gonna
goal.
say, yeah, right.
That was my only
Right.
goal all this time. Like, I want to win the title. Now it's the fun part for me.
Yeah.
So however they place me for the Arnolds, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, at the end of the day, I'm Miss Olympia.
Well, let me say this. So when I first saw you, which was, I saw you at the Arnold and I saw you at the Boston Pro, and I'm just like, as soon as you walk out, the jaw hits the ground.
Wow,
Just
flattered.
stupid, because you're just so beautiful.
Thank
you know how
you.
you flow, the way you pose, the way you
Thank
walk,
you.
that confidence. And all eyes go right on you. You don't want to stop, even when you're on the sidelines waiting for all eyes are still on you. And you just have this presence to you. And so I felt like you should have won the Boston. There's a lot of,
Thank you.
the Arnold was very close between you and Laura Lee last
Yeah.
year. I truly feel that you can win the Arnold. I know it's like, well, I'm Miss Olympia. Yes, but you know what? That Arnold title's pretty
I would
nice
love
too.
to get that. I would love to get that.
Arnold
yeah.
coming up to you
We're
doing
still
an
working
interview.
hard. We're still working
Yeah, I know
hard.
you are, and I think that could be yours for the taking, hands down.
Thank you.
How many Olympia titles would you like to win?
As long as I can.
I love that attitude.
No,
like
I said it in the stage. Actually, I you know what? I'm gonna be master. So watch out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like I can do this as long as I want to, honestly, because I'm doing it super healthy way. I check my blood, everything is running right. I'm not as tired that I should. I'm very tired, but I know I can keep up. Like, I just know. I think it's just my genetic. I feel like I can do this long term.
Oh, you have great genetics for sure. Now,
Thank you.
please explain to our people too how vital it is to have your blood work done and how it is to check your health.
Oh, it's so important. Like, if you don't, I always check my blood. I always take the blood test before my show, before I prep, and after I prep. So, before I prep, it's because if you don't know what's going on in your body, right, you're pretty much, gambling. You don't know if your body will react.
Right.
So you're gonna waste half a year, and then you're gonna be like, oh wow, something is wrong. Yes, something is wrong because you didn't check your blood work, because anything can happen, And of course, if you want to do this long term, you gotta check all the time, because
Absolutely.
going down on deficit, it's always gonna go wrong. Like, it's not clear that you'll be fine. The body is just not made that way. So you have to check your blood work, because that's one of my biggest fear. If you don't know what's going on in your body and something is actually happening in your body, and then you're gonna prep for the Olympia,
Right.
your body is not gonna respond, and you're like, that's it. You just ruin your prep for the Olympia.
I agree. Yeah.
So it's really important.
Another thing I want to ask you, because you're a dermatologist, and I'm sure, do you analyze do you look at somebody's skin on stage
Yes.
and like, oh my
Yes.
God, how can they go out like that? Or, ew, like,
No, not like
or
that.
wow, they got beautiful glowing skin.
Yeah,
Or-
I like us in fitness, right?
Sure.
When you see somebody like looks good, oh wow, probably train like,
Sure.
5 times a week.
Yeah,
You know what I
right,
mean? Like
right.
that. So I have this thing that I cannot get rid of. It's like, oh, I think she needs this. I think she's using the wrong foundation. I got wrong moisturizer. I can't help it.
Okay, next question I ask. It's only because you're was a dermatologist. How, you ever see those videos with the pimple popping videos and stuff?
Oh, I don't recommend that. Don't do
But
that.
you know what? No, what I'm saying is like that comes obsessive. Like I know I have friends who like watching those videos and they're obsessed with
Yeah,
this.
I know. It's a thing, girl. It's like mukbang, but in that way.
Yes. So my question to you is about actual facial work.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen girls who have gone a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that more is better? Do you think that less is better?
What are we talking about here? Like,
Let's talk about. Like I've seen girls with heavy lip injections or
Oh.
cheekbone, and it's too much. Like it's just where they're
Yeah.
unrecognizable
well,
on stage for stage presence.
I mean, they can do whatever they want. I don't judge them. But the thing is, for me, natural is always better.
Sure.
If you're gonna do an enhancement like that, make sure you enhance your beauty in a certain way, not like change your face, right? I don't think you want to do that. But I don't know. I just never done that, so I don't really.
I do
don't-
a little bit of Botox.
which is totally fine
Yeah.
because Botox is a medicine.
Sure.
Botox is just stops your aging. Like it just kind of like stop it a little bit, but it's nothing like it's not bad at all.
Well, I wanted to ask you about the face thing because sometimes we see girls who are beautiful, but they do too much, and then you can
Too
see
much,
lumps because they do it. The dieting doesn't really
Yeah.
help. I've seen that a lot. So I was just curious your stance on that. And then, like the other thing I wanted to ask you was, how important is the skin on stage?
Oh, it's so important.
I just want to stress that because I don't think people understand that.
Look, this bikini is a beauty pageant, okay?
Yes.
This is not just body.
Right.
I know they say it's bodybuilding, but it's also beauty. They will not say, oh, you have to be like this or you have to look like this. Of course, they will not say it, but you guys see, like most of the winners they have nice skin,
Oh, yeah,
they
of
have
course.
nice hair, presentation, everything, the overall package. And also I know you love fitness. I know a lot of people love
Sure.
fitness, and they just don't care too much about the face, or they forgot about the face, right?
Right.
Come on, like I don't think you want to live like that all year round.
Plus photos too. You got these photos. You
Exactly.
don't want to. Yeah, but you're right. The face and the skin.
Face
a
is so important, especially to me. It's so important. Like I cannot leave the house without the SPF.
right. Yeah.
For some girls, they can get out with eyebrow or whatever, but
Yeah.
for me, I can't go out without SPF.
yeah.
Like I cannot emphasize enough not to go out without the SPF.
Yeah.
The sun is so strong.
It is very strong. What is your favorite treat meal? Cheat meal, whatever.
Ooh, I don't know. Like I love fried rice.
Fried rice.
Look, I'm
okay.
Asian, okay. Like I know they're gonna say, "Oh, it's not cheat." Well,
Well, to each its own, right?
that's for me.
Everybody's
Sushi or fried rice, anything like rice.
different. Anything right. What was your go-to in Hawaii?
Oh, poke.
Oh, I still have not had poke.
Girl, if you're
Still
gonna
not
have poke, you have to go in Hawaii.
Gotta go to real deal
Because
Hawaii.
after Hawaii, we haven't had poke here because it was a huge insult. Like it's bad. Like compared to Hawaii, it's like whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my director wanted me to ask you what your guilty pleasure is.
She put that on us.
Guilty pleasure.
It could be anything. And no, not Francis. We can't say Francisco because no,
Damn.
that's your number one.
Damn. I don't really know. I feel
Francisco, I'm done with it. Yeah, that's your guilty pleasure.
it's funny because I watched a video yesterday. I'll tell you later.
Oh. Francisco? No, I'm kidding.
Francisco.
So are we going to see, I got to ask this, I'm throwing lots of things. This is outside of, are we going to see a Mrs. Francisco?
Don't talk. No.
Ah, look, I got you on the spot. Okay, sorry, Francisco.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God! Like no,
gotta put
because we talked about this before, right? He just doesn't believe in marriage,
Well, listen,
which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
I understand him, whatever. But it can change too,
yeah.
But for now, I understand him.
And I get it. Listen, you guys have a bond. You're together. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
you don't really need a piece of paper to say that
Exactly,
you're married.
because we pretty much we're pretty much married because he have a huge face of me, like
What?
in his arms.
Wait a minute.
Did you never seen that?
You gotta send us this picture of your face on
It's
the
like
arm.
huge. It's
Wow.
like that's more than
So
marriage.
you gotta explain this because I know where time is going. But did he have you right next to him while he's having this done?
No,
and the
he
artist-
came home with a thing in the
Surprise?
arms, and I was like, "What is that?" And he told me, "It's a guitar." I'm like, "You don't even play guitar," like. And then after a few days, he just removed. I was like, "What?" I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
It's like out of the blue. He got it like when we were almost 2 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like that.
I'm flattered.
That totally means like you are his, like he is your property.
Yeah, he's really into me.
That's
He's-
a wrong word.
He's
Wrong
really-
word. Oh, okay. Not property. Yeah, probably like I knew I could
She owns that man.
own you,
She's got
babe.
the face on him. So whatever he's doing with this arm, it's on the right or left.
It's here. But
I'm not going there, Nico.
But it's nice.
That's beautiful.
It's
That's
nice.
cute.
The nice part is that every time he comes out, he do like this.
Aww.
I swear, you're never gonna see that tattoo covered.
Aww.
Even in the gym, I've never seen him like covered at all. Like he
That's
always have it
cute. I
here.
like that.
Yeah,
He is a good man, damn it.
he's a good man.
You can
but
get,
if
um,
he's mad at me, when he's mad at me, you know what he does?
He hides it? No, I'm kidding.
He put a mustache on me.
A mustache on you?
On the tattoo.
Oh, now that's cute. Aw, he's a
He's really
sweetheart.
nice. Yeah.
What's his middle name?
Javier. He's Francisco
Javier.
Javier Soriano Rodriguez.
Dang, say that 10 times fast. ¿Tú hablas español? Do you speak Spanish?
Un poquito.
You better learn some Spanish,
I know.
right?
It's kind of the same as Tagalog, though.
When are you guys going to Spain?
We're thinking after the Arnolds.
Okay, I was going to say, because you got to go to Spain now.
I was there in the pandemic.
Where is he from in
He's
Spain?
from Zaragoza. It's 1 hour away from Madrid.
So you're in Spain during the pandemic.
Oh, yes.
What was that like?
It was a hell of a ride.
I bet it was.
No,
right.
because, Fran and I, we do our own thing, right?
Sure.
But they lock all the city. I don't know
Are
if
you
you knew
stuck?
about this.
No.
No, we're not stuck. We drive in the nighttime
And-
when nobody's watching.
Right? Taboo. Naughty, naughty. Okay.
No, in the nighttime, there's no police, so we
Wow.
just drive.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I don't want to keep you any much longer, but I do want to talk about one more thing, and then I'll let you go. What other enterprises have you been working on? I know you have so much going on. Do you have an app that do you train clients? What else do you work on?
Actually, I'm starting my own posing.
Okay.
Like,
Great.
I want to start, teaching people. I mean, why not? It's just I couldn't find time last year. Now I'm actually going to have time. And also, I want to open my own company.
Oh, that'd be great. Sure.
More like, I'm focusing more for the shorties.
Oh, yeah.
For the petite girl,
There's a
because
lot
I
of
have
shorties.
problem looking
Yeah.
for clothes. I go for like kid size, which is cheaper. It's good.
Of course.
But I want to fix a problem, the world problem.
Sure.
The petite line. I want to create a petite line.
Who did your suit? I got to give you a compliment on your suit. It was such a gorgeous suit.
Suits you sexy.
Oh my God.
Lucy is amazing. Actually, that's my second suit for the
That's a
Olympia.
beautiful suit.
She sent me a pink one, which is a little lighter. We didn't like it, so we sent it back. She made a new one.
Wow.
Yeah, in a very short time.
Yeah, she
so.
did an amazing job. Well,
Lucy.
listen, I'm going to let you sign us off. Say whatever you want. If you want to give Javier lots of love, go for it. Javier, I know. Francisco Javier.
Aye.
Give him lots of love. Whoever you thank your sponsors, whatever you want to do, I'm leaving it on you.
Okay. Bye. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode. I truly appreciate you thank you guys for having me. I want to just say thank you to Protan, to Suits You Sexy, to the Shoe Fairy, and OCD Cookie.
Oh my
Hey.
God, yes.
And babe, I'm coming home tonight.
Hey.
Hey.
Well,
Thank
guys,
you.
thank you so much. You're
Thank
such
you.
a blessing, a great ambassador of the sport. I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to seeing you be victorious at the Arnold Classic International, which you will be. You're truly an amazing person inside and out.
Thank
and
you.
God bless you. All right, guys, Fit Rockstar with the beautiful Miss Bikini Olympia, Maureen Blanquisco.
There you go.
Signing off.